well, he knows now I've exposed myself. Oh. What's going on, guys? It's your man Jay, and I just finished catching up on some of my videos that I'm subscribed to. And check RANT if you don't know who he is. I'll link his video down below. He's a guy who rants about tech. It fits the bill. It's an obvious thing. And overall, I like his channel. You know, I don't agree with everything that everybody says on their channel, but I respect it. And he's somebody who, when he does put out a video, you can tell he puts some thought behind it. It's something that makes you think, which is why I follow certain channels. Not to say that other people's channels don't make me think. It's just that some channels, when you're a YouTuber, you're always looking for something different. I want to watch somebody that's completely different than me, and he is, like many other people. His role on YouTube is fitting. You know, he's doing it right. And this video that he put out is titled "What YouTubers Won't Tell You." And he goes into a lot of detail about a lot of different things. But I want to touch on, I'm going to share one thing that bothers me about being on YouTube, and in the positive space that he talked about, that's supposed to exist on YouTube. Again, I'll link the video down below. Now, the reason that I personally maintain positivity on this channel, or make the best effort to do so, is because that's how I am in my personal life. I try to, I do push people to their limits to get the full potential, and it has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm talking about real world issues, not no one comes to me and says, hey, Apostle or John, can you pray for me because I need this new computer, or what cell phone do I need to buy? People don't come to me for that. They come to me for, hey, I need some marriage counseling, or hey, my wife did this, or my son did this. You know, I'm about to quit this job. Real world things. My aunt got killed, or my brother got shot. Something that's really important to them and the world and all of us. So I don't discuss my personal life for that reason. I don't need everybody on YouTube in my business, and I keep my channels strictly about what I'm talking about for the most part. But the only thing that I've shared that's personal is one of my granddaughter's picture has become one of my icons for all my social media. That's pretty much it. And people have something to say about that, which is why I don't share a lot of personal things, because that's my time with my own family. It has nothing to do with, and I don't want everybody in my business. I want you to talk about tech with me, because that's what this channel is about. Sometimes I'll throw a scripture in there, or I'll do something, but that's not because I want to. It just comes out that way. Because there's no way you can be on YouTube and not be yourself. But there are a lot of people that are on YouTube that are not themselves. And if you see them on the outside of the realm, they're a completely different person. But he talks about in this video, and that's just a quick revelation of why I just don't share my personal life. I don't need everybody commenting on my family, what my wife looks like, or what my granddaughter or my children look like. I just don't. It's none of your business. Not in a bad way. It's just, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to share my personal family issues with you guys, or happy times. I might say, hey, I'm on vacation or something like that, but that's about it. And if you're offended by that, then you're a little sensitive and you're a little soft, and you should just move on to another channel. Why would you want to know about my personal life if you're here for a cell phone? That's kind of where I think about that. And Tech Rant, in this video, he goes on to talk about, how it takes a lot to make a video. Now, videos like this, and this is one thing, and again, I'm going to share one thing with you on something that really bothers me on YouTube, or just the YouTube community, or social media, or companies in general. So on YouTube, he goes on to talk about how, it takes a lot to make a video. And the truth of the matter is, the videos that I put a lot of work into, like, meaning it took me, I don't edit for 5 hours like some people say. It took me 10 hours to edit. If it's taking you 10 hours to edit a 15-minute video, you're doing something wrong. And I think people who say that are just trying to brag that they have great editing skills. But real thing is, you should be trying to get these things done as quick as possible, as efficient as possible, and the best of your ability. And if it's taking you 10 hours to edit a 10-minute video, personally, I think you're doing something wrong. I'm never going to spend 10 hours on a video for 10 minutes, because I'm not going to get 10 hours worth of payback. And not that it's about money, but you have to be smart about your time, which is why I'm the type of YouTuber who just turns on the camera and talks, because I'm not in the red with YouTube. I'm not in the red. I've been in the black since I've been on YouTube, pretty much. Since I started monetizing videos, I've pretty much been in the black. Once I started getting funding from YouTube, I pretty much stayed in the black. And there are some months when it's not thousands of dollars like it normally is for me. But overall, that is why you see me saying, hey, you know, I'm not buying that device yet. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. That's smart of me to do that. I don't have to have the phone at the time of launch. And if it's some phones, I do want them at the time of launch, which it just happens because I've chosen to save for a few months to get that device at the time of launch. But the YouTube money that comes in from me is strictly put just back into the channel to buy stuff. I'll be honest, I've purchased a car at full cost. I won't say which car, but I purchased a car at full cost with YouTube, which is one of the reasons why I started a YouTube car channel, because I felt like I owe it to you guys to give it back to you, if you will, because you guys help fund those things. And whether you know it or not, I don't spend the YouTube money the same as most people. I spend it a little different. I save it up and then I spend it on tech as I go along. But nonetheless, putting a lot of time into YouTube, I do put a lot of time into YouTube. I'm not going to say that I don't. You would probably think that I only do YouTube as a full-time job. Well, I don't. This isn't a full-time job for me. This is a full-time hobby, having fun, because that's what it started off as, and that's what it's probably going to be like. So I'm not going to give YouTube all of my time. It just doesn't work like that. I have way more things that are important than YouTube. And you might think, well, Jay, you pumped out a lot of videos. Well, go back and look at those videos. It's just me turning on the camera, talking, and leaving, turning off the camera, putting a clip, putting an intro at the beginning, no edits. This video, I can guarantee you, I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to reach up and stop this camera and put it straight to YouTube. That's what's going to happen. I'll put a thumbnail on it, and boom, that's it. Putting time into a video, it could be, it's a lot of work if you're trying to get to something on YouTube that you see, that you think might be important. A lot of YouTubers today want to be like other YouTubers, whether they want to say it or not. They don't know who they are yet, so they're trying to mimic. Here's a great example. You know, you see how you see a video with a bunch of voiceovers and you see all these fancy animations panning around, the phone pans across and they're saying 5 megapixel 255. Yeah, that's the generic YouTube to me. That's what everybody else is doing. So me, turn the camera on, point it down, or point it at me, talk, do some little pop-ups over here and there. That's the most. B-roll is the most roll you're getting from me on YouTube, because I, in fact, know all the videos that I worked hard on don't get any clicks. They don't get any views. So I just had the mindset of, what can I do to be more efficient in my own time and still maintain some fun on YouTube and still maintain some profitability. Now, he talked about analytics too, and I'll talk about that too. But what I did was, I said, I'm going to launch smartphoneconversations.com. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to launch smartphoneconversations.com. I bought the domain. I bought everything. And I launched it. And then I turned my channel completely over to Smartphone Conversations, because this, in fact, helps me not buy a bunch of stuff. And then I can focus more on discussing these things. Because when I said I was never in the red, the only time I think I was in the red is before I was monetizing. Because I wasn't monetizing for 4 years. And I didn't even know that I could. And finally I was like, well, I could have been getting paid for all this. Not in the red anymore. I don't plan on being in the red. It's just how it is. But all the videos that I've worked hard on and did a bunch of B-roll, C-roll, I did all this stuff, or I purchased something that was really expensive. I didn't see any return on it. And I said, I'm going to learn a lesson. I have no problem with public speaking. I have no problem with being in front of the camera. I can stand in front of 200,000 people, 1 million people, and talk and give this same conversation, and it's going to come across the same. I don't have a problem. I'm not afraid to stand in front of people. People think that on YouTube, when you get in the comments and criticize me and call me a monkey, a nigger, or all the ugly things you could possibly think can hurt my feelings, I just delete it and keep it moving. Because on YouTube, when you expose yourself to the camera like this, all the cowards come out that want to do stuff like that. Those guys are cowards. Those are kids, or whoever they are. I try not to give them too much attention, but sometimes you can get a comment that could come across as negative, but really you can grab something from it. When people told me, Jay, your mic sucks, but other people said, Jay, you probably should upgrade your mic. And I'm like, you know what? I've heard that 25 times. Let me buy a mic. Get a mic. Jay, your camera game is whack, man. You're going to have to do something about this. This dude's camera looks like he got it out of the trash. Okay. Another person comes along and says, Jay, you need to think about considering stop using a phone. You know what? You're right. I'm going to get a DSLR. There's criticism, there's feedback, and then there's insults. There's a big difference. Now, let me talk about analytics. TechRant also said that YouTubers look at their analytics. If they didn't, they force themselves not to. So here's how I handle the analytics. I do check my analytics I have a reminder set to check it once a month. But do I go in there and check it every 5-6 days? Sure. Well, what I'm looking for is not so much the money. I'm looking at how a video is doing and what I did in that video and why is that video doing so good. And the fact of the matter is, folks, some videos do great. It's because that's, at the time, for me, this is my spill on the analytics. Some videos do fantastic because of a few things for me. The camera angle I was using was great. The quality of the video was fantastic. People comment, oh my God, I hate what you're talking about, but this camera quality is sick. And also the topic, or like whatever it is, like the OnePlus 7 Pro. There's people that keep coming along saying, oh, you'll do anything for clicks. Those people are flat out haters. There's also people that come along and say, how many phones are you going to buy? Those people are flat out haters. I'm a tech reviewer. I review tech. So I'm going to buy nearly every phone that comes out because I want to experience it, because also it's what I like to do. You understand what I'm saying? So people who say things like, oh, everybody's doing this for clicks and all this kind of stuff. Do you go around and tell your favorite YouTubers that? Because I'm obviously not one of their favorite YouTubers. You go around telling Floss that. You go around telling MKBHD that. This guy Don. You go around telling that. iJustine, Viper. You tell all these people these things. How many phones are you going to buy? Why do you keep making videos on this? That's the type of stuff I get. So then, the topic, and honestly, when it's a phone that I'm intrigued by, and I know that the audience will be intrigued by it, that is when Smartphone Conversations gets really, really good. And TechRank talked about that in the video. He says, when your analytics are on high, man, you ride that wave and you have a ball. Correct. Why wouldn't you? And I'm not saying he's wrong for that. I'm just saying he's right. When you push out something, you don't expect it to do as well. The videos that you think are going to do fantastic, man, they fall over to the side. Like the things that I'm excited about. Like I got a new light setup, right? I'm really a tech head, man. I mean, I worked for Texas Instrument back in the day. Some of you guys probably don't know what that is, but I worked for Texas Instrument. You might see their calculators, but they actually, I built computers for them back in the day when I was a youngster. And then I worked for Dell, I worked for Samsung. I worked for a lot of different companies, but that wasn't something that, cause that's because of what I went to school for, but that wasn't my main career. You guys know what my career ended up getting onto because I've said it before, but he's right. When there's something that's high, you can tell. Like, I don't have viral videos. I have videos that gets a few hits. And I had one viral video, and that was my Galaxy Note 5 S Pen video with the updated sticker on the package. That video went viral because overnight, I've never had a video hit 50,000 views overnight, like literally in a couple of hours. And it's because a website took my video and put it out there and everybody started watching it. That's about as close as I've gotten into a viral video. And that's not even viral, that's just getting some clicks. Because 50,000 clicks on a video overnight is nothing. Some people get that in 10 minutes. So putting time into videos is important. But me, I've decided I'm not going to invest my time and spend a lot of my day on YouTube. I'm going to make it as easy as I can on myself. And if you don't like it, you should go to another channel. If you want to see all the fancy pans and all the voiceovers, you're on the wrong channel. I bought a new mic. I bought a boom mic. My audio was good. My video was good. I got new lights. As a matter of fact, after recording this video, the new lights video just went live since I've been on this video. Again, using my time wisely. I recorded that video three days ago or something like that, and I'm spacing out these videos because I know when I go on vacation or something like that, I'm not going to be thinking about YouTube. No way. No way. I'm thinking about what's in front of me. The beach. That lobster over there. Those crabs sitting next to him on my plate. A nice big thing of water or some kind of tropical drink that's non-alcoholic. That's what I'm thinking about. And laying out, enjoying my family. Now, he talked about some things that the video is called What We Won't Tell You. So here's something I'll disclose. And this will be the internet. You'll know something that bothers me on YouTube. And with these companies. Now, I'm not a part of an MCN. A lot of people join MCNs because they want to get perks and they want to be famous and they want to get free products and they want to travel. That happens. That happens to them, and I'm not mad at it. If you want to join an MCN, which they're called networks. People call them networks. I call them networks. If you want to join an MCN, join an MCN. Do your thing. I'm not joining an MCN because they take a percentage of what you make. I'd rather give it to YouTube. YouTube takes 45%, but an MCN takes your ownership and rights to your content. Now, which one would you rather give up? That's why you see people stopping channels and just starting over because they don't own the rights to their own video. And if you join the MCN, I'm not telling you not to join the MCN, but don't join an MCN. You lose all your rights, man. And if a person tells you, oh, they're great, man, they're on a high right now because they're getting free products and things like that. But as soon as something goes wrong, the people say, oh, you're in a contract, they'll let you out. All I've heard was nightmares. And I've actually talked to several MCNs, and I finally found one that told the truth. Anyway, disclosure here. One thing that bothers me, and some of you guys might feel this way too, something that has always bothered me, and I'm not going to call out YouTubers because you can see clearly who they are, but something that bothers me is when I buy a product. But you know what? This is a part of the game. This is why I've accepted this and I've moved on. But that doesn't mean it doesn't bother me when I see it. I was pushing Xiaomi. I was pushing Huawei. I did beta testing for Huawei. If you didn't know, I was doing beta testing for Huawei 8 years ago. So I really do not like it. When I buy products and the companies want to push, they want me to push their product and they don't want to give me anything for it. Now, this doesn't mean that I feel like I should be compensated. But what I'm saying is, I don't even have to take money. Just give me the phone. I don't like when companies, when I really like a product and then I reach out to the company and say, hey, can I get a review unit? And they say, no, we don't have any review units. But then I turn around and they've given review units to the same people. What I don't like is, and it makes me not want to promote those products, man. I really dislike when I'm pushing a product and it's doing very well and people are loving it and I'm contributing to the positive side of the community when people are buying this product and the company won't even send me a review unit. After they can see that, you can clearly see that I had some impact on this. And they don't even bother invite me to their event, or they don't even bother saying, hey, we'll get your device on loan. Nothing. That is the one thing that has always bothered me about being on YouTube. It makes me not want to promote products. Like, I've been an avid BlackBerry fan. Well, I had a BlackBerry hookup at one point, not for phones, but for gear and stuff like that. Remember I was giving away all the BlackBerry shirts and stuff? They stepped up a little bit, man. And it's not even going to say they. I credit that to BlackBerry Hank. You guys remember BlackBerry Hank? Go back and check my BlackBerry footage. We used to live stream together. He left BlackBerry and switched over to iPhone. He was fed up too. He actually worked for BlackBerry. He ran one of the BlackBerry sites. But companies, and this is why I tell people on YouTube, do not chase other YouTubers. Do not chase money. You have to get into something that's going to be fun, or you will let that bog you down and you will quit. And the best part of being who I am on YouTube is that I liked it before I even thought about asking them for a review unit. Didn't even know you could get review units. And that's something that has always bothered me about being on YouTube, is that I'm pushing these products and people are paying attention to me. And so what, my video got 40,000 hits or 10,000 hits or 5,000 hits. That's great. But if I spent $800 on your product, and I'm not saying that they have to give it to me or it's due to me. I'm just saying it will be nice every now and then if the OEMs will look to real content creators, not the media. One company that's done that, and people crapped all over them. That's the funny part about YouTube. If you a hater, if you see a person coming up or getting something and that you want it, because ultimately that's what happens. Now I'm gonna kick it to you like this. I'm not gonna call out these people's names, but you know who they are, and they were straight up haters. When the ZTE thing came about, ZTE is the only company that actually took care of their creators by creating the Z community. Some of you guys, oh, you guys work for ZTE, all this other nonsense. You guys are haters. You were haters then. If you're still saying it, you're a hater now. Simple as that. You a freaking hater. You're mad because you didn't get that exposure. ZTE is one of the few companies, along with HTC, who helped my channel with some exposure. Well, I went to the HTC event, but ZTE sent me nearly every product after I was buying a lot of the products, but they noticed me. And I didn't ask. They noticed me. And they've continued to support my channel for the last like 4 years, folks. When that ZTE thing jumped off, all the haters came out. You're a hater. I'm telling you, you're a hater if you got to CES and made jokes out of us going to CES. Oh, they're on lockdown. They're on lockdown. You're on lockdown. You can only go where ZTE was. I'll tell you something. That was the best lockdown I had ever experienced. They had me in a $5 million jet, whatever the helicopter that we flew in. It was ridiculous. I live streamed from it. Remember, man, we ate filet mignon. They had us up in a sweet hotel, travel, everything, and that has happened to me 3 years in a row. So all those people who continuously kick back and say, "Oh, you're a hater," or you're a follower, ZT's paying you, and you know you got to do what they told you to do. First of all, you were wrong about that. They actually gave us free reign to roam about. We had so much fun kicking it together, which is community, which is where YouTube fails. The YouTube community is horrible. You got a bunch of people who are envious of the next guy who's getting something that they might want. So yeah, it really bothers me when companies, I'm supporting this company, and again, this is a part of YouTube. So before you get any comments and say, "Oh, Jay, get out of your feelings, you did yada yada yada," pay attention first, man. Pay attention before you comment in my videos, and watch the videos and try to see something other than the front of your nose. Again, I'm not afraid to get on camera, and I've gotten on camera and say, "You know what? I humbly apologize or respectfully apologize to the people that I said this wouldn't work. Turns out it does work." I have no problem doing that because I'm a real man. I'm no less of a man by saying, "Oh, I was wrong for that." But there's a lot of immature people on YouTube, and being a YouTuber, you're exposed to a whole bunch, and that is one of the few. There's very few things that bother me about being on YouTube, but that one really bothers me when I'm paying for this device and you got all these fake reviews out here, because they're fake, man. You're sitting at a launch event, and there's such a thing as beta testing, okay? There is. But putting out a full review of a phone the day of launch, I've always just disliked that, man. But I've learned that is just the media. It's like watching a commercial. That's what it is. I've accepted that. But it still bothers me that more companies don't support. I'm not going to say the smaller creators. I'm going to say the creators who actually fund their own channel, and genuinely like the products. But it's been time for OEMs to recognize, and shout out to Google for recognizing. People hated about that. Oh my gosh. People hated about that. Oh, the made gift from Google stuff. Oh, you're only saying that because you got it for free. You're just this, you're just that. All haters, man. All haters, and they're gonna be there. And it's a lot of YouTube creators that are haters. You're haters. I can see it in your comments sometimes when you comment on my video and when you comment on other people's video. You're a hater. And if you're wasting your energy hating on the next guy, your content will reflect that. Your content will reflect that. If you're getting something and you're only getting like 200-300 views, or people just aren't watching, it's not even if people just aren't watching you, the only way you can come up is to latch on to somebody else. If you want to latch on to my shirt tail, well, you can be there if you want to. But YouTube is a tough space. And if you don't have the right mindset, you'll fail on YouTube and you'll quit, especially if you're trying to be a content creator. Be you, find your niche, find something that's original to you, own it, and live with that until you leave YouTube. I tried to pick something that was going to be neutral, which is conversation. Like right now, this is probably like a 30-minute video. It's conversation. That's it. Conversation. That is it. That's it. And I don't see anything else that I can do. Like, again, I've always been in the tech space, and it's fun to me. So like I said, I'm going to accept the fact that there's going to be a bunch of creators that are haters, and there's going to be a bunch of envious fans in the comments that are haters. They flock. I've had videos that I put on Premiere. Maybe I'll do this as a Premiere video, because I want to see what you guys have to say. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this as a Premiere video. I think I will. Because there's videos that I put out, and it's a Premiere video. There was the OnePlus video. That thing had like 15 thumbs downs before it even came out. Now, how is that possible? Haters, man. Envious. You're jealous for all the wrong reasons. If you are getting mad at another guy on YouTube who disagrees with what you're saying or just says it completely different, you're weak-minded. No other way. You're a weak-minded person if you're that mad at another person's opinion. Get a life. Which is why you shouldn't be on YouTube so much. You should take time away from YouTube and go enjoy family, go be with your girlfriend, go be with your husband, your children, your mom. Somebody find something to do other than troll YouTube comments. It looks crazy. For one, I personally delete them. Anything that's said out of line, if you've cursed me out on YouTube or you've said something out of line to somebody in my comments, more than likely you got blocked and deleted. You don't even have to curse me out. If you're cursing out another person in the comments, I'm the type of YouTuber to delete them and block you. You can say, oh, Jay, you're being petty. No. Tech Rant. I'm going to respond to Tech Rant on that. I'm trying to keep that positive vibe in YouTube. Yeah. I want the positive vibes on my channel. I don't care if I get stuck at 99,999 for the next 6 months. I don't freaking care. I'm not going to allow people to come in and attack other people verbally in the comments or myself. That is how I run my channel. If you don't like that, find another channel. And to the person or people that keep coming along to my channel saying, how many videos are you going to put on this phone? It's clear you don't like it. No, it's clear you're not paying attention to the content that I'm putting out because you're not watching it. You're looking at the title of the video and you're clicking thumbs down and leaving a stupid comment. And I'm deleting it. I'm blocking it. That's it. Go somewhere else. I mean, getting 100,000 subscribers, getting 1 million subscribers is cool, but I'm not gonna be weak and just accept all. Because if I didn't block, my block list is easily 10 to 20,000 people. Easy. Maybe no, not that big. Maybe 3,000. Okay, I exaggerated a little bit. Maybe 3,000 people. 3 to 10. That's a lot of people. And that's a personal choice that I choose to block people. I don't have to block anybody. There's content. You know why some content creators don't block people? It's because they don't care about you at all. They just want your view. They want you to watch their video. They never respond to comments. And they just don't even go. I've seen some of your favorite reviewers say, I'm not even going in the comments. What for? I'm not even going to look in the comments. Why would I look in the comments? It's trash in the comments. But who are they calling trash? Like, why would you forget about the people that actually got you to where you are? You know? There are a ton of YouTubers out there. They just don't even bother to go into the comments. They don't respond to you at all. Meanwhile, you got somebody like myself who's just barely rolling up on 100,000 subscribers, or who has the subscriber count that he has, and I try to respond to so many comments. I feel like I owe it to you. I was watching a video with Viper and Floss. And Floss said one of the most important things that I do. He said, you know, he said, be quiet, Siri. He said, you know, I hang around in the comments after I post a video for about 15, 20 minutes or so. And I put a heart on there on a person who says something every now and then. You know, I'll go through and try to catch a few of the beginning comments, but I have thousands of comments. There's no way I can stay in there all day. I've always done that. I felt like, and you'll see it sometimes. You'll see a cookie and an arm up like that. That's not an insult. That means, hey, man, you on your game. Some people, if you're in this video now, if you've gotten my cookie and arm up, let me know down below. I've posted those. Sometimes when videos go live automatically, like the one that went live in this video, I won't catch it right away, but you know, I might hit it up later. But let me know if you have gotten the cookie and the arm up. Because the reason I started doing that is because people start saying, what, you want a cookie because you first? Like, a person will put first and another hater will come along and be like, what, you want a cookie? So I said, you know what? I am going to give him a cookie. I'm going to give him a cookie and I'm going to give him an arm up. Have fun with it. That shut the haters up, man. There's always a hater for everything. There's a hater for every situation. Period. There is one. And there's no getting around it. Simple as that. So being on YouTube, and I'm only talking about a few things, man. And look how long this video is. You know, there's a lot that goes into YouTube. And you have to make a choice on how you're going to handle it. You have to, folks, or you're going to go crazy. You will go crazy trying to figure out how to handle YouTube. So I've chosen to take my approach to it. I'm not saying my approach is the right approach, but I can tell you some factual statements. Don't start a YouTube channel looking for money. Don't start a YouTube channel trying to be like somebody else. Be original. See, when people say be original, that's too easy. Here's the thing. Most of us who started our YouTube channels back a long time ago, because remember, I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, man. When we started our channels, we didn't start it because we were trying to get money, or we were trying to, most of us didn't even know about monetization. I started my channel, my first video was a car video, I believe it was, and it's still up. And I put up a few of them. They were like 30-second clips. I didn't know. I just was testing out this feature. Oh, I can upload this to this place called YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So most of us who started our channel didn't know about money. We didn't know about monetization. We didn't know about what could possibly be. So you got these companies that come along and sponsor YouTubers now. Just fly. You honestly, folks, listen. You honestly believe that your favorite YouTubers are flying themselves to Egypt and Japan and all these other places? Come on, son. There are so many things. You don't have. Okay, so here's a factual statement I can make for you from experience. I don't have to talk out of the side of my neck. If you honestly believe that all of your favorite YouTubers are giving away 100,000 phones, or giving away 5 MacBooks, and giving away, I've said this a million times, more importantly, flying themselves to Mobile World Congress and all these other places, come on, wake up. You think I paid for all of the trips that I took? No, I didn't. When I got invited to the Galaxy Note 8 event, you think I paid for that? No. Companies will allocate a certain amount of money, put it in a bucket, give it to another company, because it's a conflict of interest if a company gives me some money to bring me to their event directly, if you will. It's a conflict of interest. Because they feel like I'm going to favor them regardless. Oh my God, they just bought me a plane ticket and a hotel. You know what I'm saying? They pay for my travel. I get to sit in the event. I'm going to have that excitement about myself. That's what they feel. So we're going to give it to a third-party company, and that third-party company is going to filter out that money and pick out who they want to pick out. The gift from Google thing isn't coming, that's not a Google stamp. It's not coming directly from Google. It's coming from another company. You have to filter these and you have to be smart about this thing. Some people are still swayed by that though. They are swayed by getting things free. That's just how it is. And you have this group of people, and when I say the media, that's not an insult. That's just me saying, look, this is what you should expect from them. You should expect them to drop a full review on something the day that it's being talked about. You should expect them to have every phone. You should expect them to do one video a week later saying it's the real review and you're getting the best information from them. Commercials. Commercials. That's the way I look at them, as commercials. No shade, just commercials. I used to take them very serious, but I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that. There's very few YouTubers that I rock with that are in that high 500,000 or above category. Ultimately now, here's the thing. Ultimately, you want to not pay for everything, but it's the way they go about it. It's the way the media goes about doing it. It's what kind of ticks me off a little bit. YouTube as a whole, as a community, I like this video that to every now and then, you know, I'll put someone on blast in a positive way. And I really like this video that Tech Rant put together. I put together a video saying, show me your rear camera, show me this and that. He ultimately doesn't know it, but he just started that trend right here with this topic. Because I felt like, you know what? He's right. I may give a lengthy version of this, but he was kind of on the move. And he was in the video, he also talked about he couldn't catch his groove. He was actually trying to record something else. He just wasn't feeling it. So he turned on the camera and made that video. And you know what? Videos like that he made are actually important. Probably won't get the takeoff that it should get taken off. So me, he handed the torch back to me. If you feel the need to pick the torch up for me and make your video on this topic, put yourself out there and do it. He didn't even know that I was going to make this video. He's just as shocked as you probably that I got this video out there talking about his video. It happens, man. And it just goes to show that you never know who's watching, man. He probably had no idea that I watched all of his videos pretty much. Probably doesn't know it. Well, he knows now I've exposed myself. Ooh. But the fact of the matter is, I like what he's doing over here. And again, some things are just good to talk about. They're just good to talk about. I can appreciate what he's doing. I don't agree with him cussing all the time. Tech Rant, you had said at one point that you was going to stop cussing for a little bit and bleep everything out. I know you couldn't do it in that video. But yes, I'm going to continue to mess with you about that. You know, because the children are watching, man. The children are watching. All jokes aside, the children are watching. Young people are watching. And we got to give them that. We got to put forth at least the effort. I'm doing that. I'm putting forth the effort to try to maintain some level of responsibility for when I get on this camera and what I present to the world. And he's got a little shorty too, and he trips me out. He does put his shorty out there sometimes. He'll show things, you know. That's the getaway for him probably though. But Tech Rant, not for him. I tell a whole bunch of YouTubers. I tell TK that all the time. TK, come on, man, get right with the language. You know, you never know what sponsor is looking at you, and you know what I'm saying. They might say, you know what, well, we can't do it because he does this too much, but. TK got a lot of sponsorships, man. And we get some of the same sponsorships, as a matter of fact. But I always mess with certain people. And I mess with Tech Rant about that. And I mess with TK about that, about the profanity thing. And it's just something kind of like this inside thing I like to mess with them too about. And a few other people. I get on to Eric sometimes for the booty clapping in his videos. But come on, E, you got to shut that down, man. You got to hold that down. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that they'll tell you that it takes a lot to get in front of this camera. It takes a lot to put together a video. It takes a whole bunch. It takes a whole bunch. There are reviewers out there that are always on my radar. Like Viper is always on my radar. And this other person I'm going to say probably doesn't know it. I think he might have felt some type of way about me at one point, but I guess he kind of was like, you know, I ain't really got no real beef with this guy. But Tana Does Tech. I was checking out Tana Does Tech a long time ago. But, you know, he has no filter, you know what I'm saying? But when he talks about the tech, though, I got to give respect where respect is due. I can't hate on that, you know. You can tell a person who genuinely likes tech and who's faking it. And, again, while I don't agree with some of the, like, Floss cusses up a storm. But when I saw Floss in person, he wasn't talking like that. He was talking the same. He wasn't using profanity at the events and stuff. But, you know, he was just at an event, you know. So I wish it would be nice if YouTube got like Tana Does Tech, Easy Computer Solutions, Tech King Mike, Technically T, all these people in this little circle, because you know that there's a little circle. You know there's a group of people that just rock together. You know it. So it would be nice if YouTube got them together and took them to, or just a company or somebody, take them to an event and see how the people watching, like the other people watching YouTube, would see how that feels. I was at an event and a big event was coming up and some of us got selected for it, right? And I was telling another YouTuber, and this person has the audacity to say, well, what I said was, man, I didn't see you on the so-and-so, and that person responded. This is a huge YouTuber. I like him, though. I like him. Don't need to say his name. But he made the comment of, I'll tell you how they picked the people for that. They just threw the names in the air or threw them in a bucket or something like that and did a grab bag. I was like, wow, son, so you gonna disrespect me like that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, it's like that? You know, so we ain't good enough to get picked for something big? That was a couple years back, man, about 2 years back, 3 years back, if it was. But I just listened to that comment. I thought, wow, so nobody else is deserving of this because they're not well known. At the time, what that company did was they picked people who pretty much, they picked their well known people, but then they picked a few people that nobody had ever heard of. Or they just weren't as large. They didn't have 10 million subs or 5 million subs, not even 50,000 subs. They picked a random amount of people there. And to hear that person say that, it was actually it was hurtful because I actually made the cut for that. And some other people made the cut, and when that person said that, I was like, wow, that's messed up. But you know what? I still rock with him. I still rock with him. Won't ever say who it is, and because I respect him as a tech reviewer, and there's no need to try to put people on blast in a negative way because it just rolls back around to you. And there's things that I've said that might have hurt a person's feelings, and you know, if I would ever see him in person, I would be like, you know, man, my bad for that. You know, I apologize for that, and that's just what it is. If I came across that way, I apologize. I would do that. If they were to tell me, hey Jay, you know, I was kind of offended by what you said. I'm like, oh man, my bad, dude. I was feeling myself for a second. But you know, YouTube is a fun place, and it could be a bad place. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. Tech Rant, man, I think you started something that you probably didn't know you started, but for me it struck a nerve. I was like, you know, he's right, man. I've made a lot of videos. Someone else, before I get out of here, Terry Warfield, go check him out. That's all I'm gonna say. But Tech Rant, man, keep the grind going, man. And videos like that, what you made, they mean something to me, if nobody else. Because right now that video only has the recording of this video only has like 800 or 900 views, and I'm surprised, you know, but it deserves more views. So if you're one of my viewers and you're watching it, hit the link down below, I guess. And there you go, Tech Rant. There's 100,000 people that could possibly go check out your video. It's Man Jay. I'm out.